Welcome back to Vegas Live with Nina, and I'm Nina, your host. And of course, we're down here at the Pepper Mill. We're sitting in the incredible, famous Elvis Presley booth, and I'm sitting here with Martha. Martha is Ms Ruby, Las Vegas, 2017.
Yes.
Now, I've never heard of so many pageants in Vegas, but I guess this is Vegas, and there's so many of them. Now, what is the Ms Ruby one?
Ms Ruby one is, I'm part of the 40 plus.
40 plus.
40 plus.
40 plus mean age.
Age, yeah. So now you know I'm 40 plus. So it's 40 plus. So it gives women that are older an opportunity to also be part of the pageant. So if your dream was to be a pageant, this is the time. Come to Vegas. We have 40 plus pageants here in Vegas.
So in other words, if you missed out when you were younger, it's never too late, because if you missed out when you're like 20, 25 or whatever age they are, well, these pageants start quite young actually. Well, they start when you're tots actually, don't they? And they kind of go up. Now, where are you originally from?
Indeed, I'm originally from Uganda.
Uganda, because I can hear a slight accent there.
Accent Uganda. I keep it going because that's what makes me unique.
Really?
Yeah.
I love the accent.
Thank you.
Now, Uganda, Vegas, what's the difference?
Have you been to Uganda? It's a lot of different.
I have been to Africa. I've been to East Africa. I've been to Kenya. So I've been around there, yes.
Okay, Uganda is not anything similar to Las Vegas, of course.
No,
it's very different.
This is my joke.
We don't have lights going on and people walking around like on the strip all the night. But it's a small country in the east of Africa. So I'm born in Uganda, but I left when I was 23.
Not until 23. Mm-hmm. So what made you decide to leave and and in fact, where did you go when you left?
I came to Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how did you manage that? Because you've got to go passports and visas, and you know it's not that easy to go from one country to the other. I've done it many times, but I get used to it. But it's very hard.
Okay. In my situation, it was easy. Most of my relatives were in passport office, all this high jobs. So I just went and told one, I need a visa, I need a passport, I need this, and
they made it all possible
they made
for
it
you.
all possible.
But what made you want to leave your country? Because a lot of people don't want to leave. They don't want to do that journey and to change their life and sort of do something different.
Well, I had a brother. My oldest brother was here already in Minnesota, so we just kind of transitioned. Some of us decided to move here. I have another set of family in London.
Oh, how odd.
So
you can actually choose where you want to go.
Yeah, I had to choose. Indeed, I stopped by in London, and I figured, no.
You didn't like London as much?
It was cold, rainy, and...
Typical, that's London.
Yeah, so I said, I'm moving over to the U.S.
And so when you came to U.S., what made you go to Minnesota?
My brother
was living there.
My brother was living in Minnesota, so I just indeed moved here to Las Vegas like 2 years ago. Today marks 2 years.
Today is 2 years, a 2-year anniversary. That's amazing. That's wonderful. So why did you come to Vegas? What was the attraction coming here?
You know, indeed, it's not really most of the attraction. My job, I was based out of here in Vegas, and I commuted for a while.
Oh.
And commuting takes a toll on your body.
Yes.
So I said, you know what? If I want to keep my job, just gonna pack my bags and
come over and live here. So what do you do here?
I work for Southwest Airlines.
Southwest. Oh, how lovely!
Yeah.
So you're traveling a lot.
I am a fly girl. I fly all over the place. Every day I'm in a different state, city, country.
But you're based.
I'm based in Vegas. I start my trips out of Vegas and finish them whenever I finish.
You finish back in Vegas. So you travel around. And you know, I've often wondered, air hostess, they have to, it's a stressful job because of the hour change. With you particular, because you do travel. How far? What is your hour change thing? 2 hours, 3 hours?
It depends. It depends where you are. You know, right now I used to fly prior to Southwest Delta. So Southwest, we do mostly domestic.
Domestic, yes.
We've started some international flying, but our longest flight is like 6 hours. Eastern time zone from Vegas. It's not cool because when you get to the Eastern time zone and you have to wake up in the morning at 4 a.m. and you think,
I haven't even really gone to bed yet.
I haven't gone to bed in Vegas, and now I'm waking up. So that kind of like
So you're still
Yes.
working for them?
Yes.
Yes.
I love
do
it.
you like it? I was going to say, do you like
I
it?
love my job.
And so now, being, you're now a queen, you now won the pageant. How difficult was it, or how did you feel going into this, of being over 40 and going and being judged? Because that's what it is, being judged.
I know it is. Indeed, with me, this year was really, really, really a hard year for me. I started out being sick. Indeed, if I tell you I was sick, I could barely walk. I could barely touch anything. I had that
Why?
nerve damage kind of like condition. So I could barely walk, could barely put on my shoes. And come March, my mom passed away suddenly.
Oh, no. Oh,
So
I'm so sorry.
I had to go back to Uganda, of course, say my farewell. And then when I came back, I was just like down because I'm like, okay, I was sick. I didn't die, but my mom wasn't sick and
She died.
She died. What is
Going on.
What is going on? So I had to kind of like get myself
yourself back together.
Get myself back together. So one day I was out and about with my friends, and we went to an event. And Kimberly was there taking pictures, all this with her husband Ron, and
Yes.
talking about pageant and stuff, and like, you know what?
Maybe this is for me. Maybe this will give me the up.
Yeah, maybe it could give me the up. Indeed, when I got into the pageant, I didn't even go like to win. I said, it will give me up, just kind of like get me back to being me.
How many were in
And-
there? How many did you have? How many were in the competition?
11.
11
We
of
ended
you.
up
So
being-
you
yeah.
had. So when you went into it and you're doing everything else and you're watching all these girls and they've all got these different things going on, what chance did you feel that you had winning?
You know, I don't even know what to say. I didn't think I was gonna win. Indeed, the day before the pageant, I got so sick, and I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna pull out. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
got cramps and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Then the next day, we go to the hotel, and I look at all these ladies. They are gorgeous, beautiful.
What chance do I have? Oh my goodness.
I'm like, no, I went back to my room. I'm like, I don't know if I want to walk there with these ladies. But then I told myself, I'm not really, of course it's like competition, but I was telling myself, I'm not here to compete. I'm here to just feel good and have
feel
fun.
fun, yeah.
Have fun, meet some women. I'm just going to do my thing. And then after that, I'll just be ready for bed. And what happens.
It happened.
And it happened,
So when they're calling all the names, they're dismissing so many of them, and it ends up with, how many does it end up with? 4 or 5, isn't it? It ends up with 4 of them. And then they
Yeah.
call their names, and you're standing there by yourself.
Yeah,
Do you
what?
know that time you are now queen?
You just enjoy the moment. I was just standing there enjoying when they called the names. I was just happy for these ladies because they deserved to be called. They were
Yes.
gorgeous, beautiful. I'm like, oh my God, I'm very happy for them to be called. So I didn't even think about me. So when they called me,
But that's not my name now.
I'm like, oh,
Was that really my name you
is
called?
that really? Is it me? And then for a minute, I'm like, yeah. She's like, Miss Uganda. I'm like, okay.
How
I'll go
wonderful.
take it.
How beautiful. Well, congratulations. I think it's amazing. What do you think that was so different that you did that they chose you by?
I'll just say I'm just different and unique, and I came to represent 40 plus.
Yeah.
So I came with that kind of attitude. I'm 40 plus. I'm not going to wear anything revealing. I'm just going to be myself. And if the judging is from you wearing revealing clothes or this and that, then I don't think I'm going to win
To
the
win.
title.
And, well, you didn't
Yeah.
want to win that way. You wanted to win for you as a person.
That's what I
Isn't
did.
that
I
lovely,
said, yeah, I'm
to
just
be
going to
one-
go dress up. Nothing, I covered, all my clothes were just like, I was all covered up.
And they want you totally uncovered, believe me.
So,
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what would be your message for women out there over 40 to do what you did?
Believe in yourself, love yourself first. Don't think about mostly the outside because, sometimes people think, oh, you have to be pretty,
Yeah,
you have
yes,
to be
they do.
bouncy to win.
Yes.
And if you're not pretty inside, it brings,
Then you're
it
certainly not pretty on the outside.
Yeah, so it
Yes.
shows on the outside. So love yourself, believe in yourself. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do anything. Just take those little noises,
Yeah.
get them out of your head
Nick,
and
you
just
have
go do
a
your
question
thing.
for Yeah,
I know, when did you have any time in the beginning that you were modeling, like when you were younger, or was it just something you started to do now?
Okay, when I came to Minnesota, I did a little bit of modeling, but my culture, where I come from, it's not their thing, so they're like, why are you doing that? So that's what I'm saying, sometimes a little noises. So I did some modeling when I came, before I did some print in the early 90s, but I didn't take it that much serious.
So and now you've ended up Miss Ruby. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Oh, by the way, do you have to work much? Do you have to go to a lot of events?
You know what? I pick and choose some events that I want to go to because, I fly, I'm gone. Sometimes, like this October, I've barely been in Vegas. So Kim called me and she said, are you going to be able, any free Tuesday? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be free this Tuesday. So
here you are.
Let's set it up.
I got lucky.
You got lucky, but it almost didn't happen. I went this weekend to visit my daughter in New York. And I tried coming back yesterday from New York back here to Vegas. And I was supposed to get back about 1 p.m. It started raining.
It was raining in New York.
In New York. There was winds out here in Vegas. My first flight got canceled. And the chaos just
from there it went on.
I'm like, okay.
So we got lucky, your hair.
Got lucky. I got here at 1 a.m. So.
Oh, that's okay. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
But she's absolutely amazing. So don't forget, over 40 is not forgotten.
No,
it's wonderful.
It's not.
We'll be back. Vegas Live with me.